Some of the girls turn political. Some of them speak about issues of justice and equality. Aya and Wafa here, they are distributing our newspaper in Al-Mutanabbi Street in Baghdad. This is a place where intellectuals go and where they like to see women free, and this is how you can look in Baghdad right now. These are some of our friends who were threatened, and we found ourselves in a situation where we needed to open a room upstairs in our office to protect them from the dangers which were in the streets, and to find also people to accept them in other countries if the danger is really imminent. Abdullah, a very dear friend of ours, is somewhere safe, and he might be on his way to the US. We also do poetry readings. We support youth groups who are intellectuals, writers, and poets to speak about a culture of equality for women. And we also we try to open branches for our organization in other places in Iraq. One of the towns that we went to is the town of Hawija, which is close to the city of Kirkuk in the mid-north of Iraq. And when we went there to organize women and teach them how to sew, just to open up some issues with them, we were surprised to see that many of these women had disabled children that were under 10 years old. And one of these women had 4 disabled children who were under 10 years old. Disabled as in the arms and the legs are paralyzed, and the brain is underdeveloped. So we began to ask the question, what's happening in this town? Why do you have so many disabled children? And we began to do the count. At the first counting, we found 355 children with a case that's called CP, cerebral palsy, that's what we understood, and who had a disability that was so hard for the mothers. And when we looked at the map, it turned out that all these towns, Hawija, Kubayba, and a few other villages, are located around a US military base, where there used to be daily ammunition training. And we began to learn there's something called depleted uranium that gets released in the air when you shoot, and you can breathe it, you can drink it in the water, and all these towns were downstream from the US military base. So we thought, let's try to look at the hospitals records, what's happening here. We found that in a town of 109,000 population, the number is rising, but this is the last number that I received. 855 children have the same kind of disability. So we decided to document it. We have the names and we have all the situation like medical circumstances, and we publicized it. And what happened is that an organization, a very reputable organization in New York called the Center for Constitutional Rights, wanted to look into this case. And they began to talk to us, and now this town of Hawija and the situation of the children is the basis for the filing that we did for the reparations of war. We met one woman who has 4 children around her. And a human being should not be crawling on the ground. The arms do not work, the legs do not work, the brain is underdeveloped, 4 children, and we are here in a very rural area. Actually, the landscape of the area is very similar to Lubbock here, and I was surprised, it's sunny and it's open, it's spacious, and people are smiling all the time, but the children, you look at them, what do you do? So we began to document it, and now we have built the court case on this issue, that these children need to be taken care of.